of the rifle. Hi, I'm Tim Bulot and welcome to weaponsacademy.com. In this video we're going to take a look at the Sightmark Ultrashot M-Spec sight. Is it good enough for law enforcement use? Would we use it on a duty rifle? Stay with us and we'll find out. Okay, so Sightmark, they loaned us this and it's on trial, okay? It's their newer line, their M-Spec line of their Ultrashot sight. It's got the same kind of reticle as an EOTech, but it's a lot clearer because of the design of it. It's in the $150, $160 range, and they claim it's M-Spec, and what they're trying to do is enter the patrol rifle and military market with it and so forth. Mark and I zeroed it the other day, and it held a zero really well, so I'm going to run some drills with it in the class. Coming back. Stand by. Walk. Threat. Loading. Keep it going. On! If it's a good sight, it's more on a budget, and a lot of us are on a budget when it comes to buying gear. It co-witnesses just fine with your backup sights, okay? But you know, it a third of the cost of an EOTech or an aim point. So if you want to try it, that's what it's here for. And then we do get a discount, law enforcement discount through them also. So they were good enough to come over to our academy, and then they left this one with me. Contact front! Contact front! Left clear!
Right clear!
Mark, check it out!
Moving!
Moving! So we spread apart, and then we come together. So our objective is over here, right about here. So I'm going to drop here. Mark goes and gets the other side. Contact right!
Contact right!
Get in and we engage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use it in this class, and then I'm going to use it in the SWAT class after it. And that's a pretty good test, running it hard through 2 courses. And so we've already got it zeroed for me, of course, but it held right on at 110 yards when we were testing it the other day. I mean, we're making headshots, no problem with it. And then, so if y'all want to try it just to see how it works, they're right up the road from us in Mansfield. And, you know, if it's a good one, it's a good one. If it survives this test we're fixing to put it through, then I'd have no problem recommending it for our patrol rifle. Moving! Covering, I'm in the prone. Drop the weapon!
All right, just got through shooting the Sightmark M-Spec Ultrashot here, red dot. We used it on a SWAT school, week-long SWAT school, then a 2-day high-risk patrol. Pretty good sight, rugged. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it. I like the clarity versus another optic out there that's not so clear because it's a hologram. This is not a hologram, it's a projection. And it's super clear even for my eyes. I need glasses to read. This is a super clear dot with a 65 MOA ring. It's really good, rugged. We poured water in it. We banged it around, had several guys shoot it. It held at 0. And for the price, for somebody on a budget, this is a good sight. I would recommend it. It's very affordable. It's less than $200. Lifetime guarantee. And it's sturdy. I would use it on my weapons that I use on the street.
Sightmark, they're out of Mansfield. Y'all familiar with them? Anybody familiar? They came and visited us at our academy the other day, and to show us that they're optics. And they have this Ultrashot that comes in a M-Spec line. And what they're trying to do with it is compete in the law enforcement and military market. So there's a lot of video of this thing being torture tested, and it's held up very, very well, okay? It has a similar reticle as a EOTech, but it's not a hologram, it's more of a projection style where it's projected up onto the glass. The thing about this sight is it's only in the $150 range, law enforcement cost. The controls are set up a little bit different than their standard or civilian model. It's got a little sunshade on it and some other, the reticle's really, really clear. So I told them, okay, I'll run it through some courses and see how it does. So I ran it through 2 days of high-risk tactics, no issues. I shot it and Mark Woody shot it, who's one of the instructors at our academy that works with me there. He shot it when I wasn't shooting it. No issues. It held up fine. I ran it through SWAT training yesterday. No issues. It held up fine. So I'm going to be running this during this class. So if any, and I told them there'll be some agencies here. So if any of y'all want to test this sight, just to see what you think about it, just let me know. Okay, we'll send you out there and you grab a few rounds and fire some rounds with it. But for 150 bucks, it's got a pretty nice look to it, a pretty wide field. The controls are all on the side with this wheel right here. They're real easy to activate, and it's got night vision, timeout, motion activation, all of those things on it for in the $150, $160 range. So if I were to shoot 2 targets, all right, I'm just using this hand to float that across.
Contact front.
So hit the contact front.
Left clear. Right clear. Go. Go. Left clear.
Come back up.
If you're out of rifle ammo, just Sightmark. Man, I've shot EOTechs. I usually run a Holliston on my primary, and Tim is letting me check out this Sightmark, and I'm actually pretty impressed with it. From the features on the side, the way that the magnifier, or excuse me, the red dot magnifies and goes down, it dims at a very good level. It's been consistent. I haven't had to worry about the zero on the rifle. It's been a really, really good sight. I'm really surprised, and I think this particular optic, I think, is around like 125, 150 bucks if I'm not mistaken. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck with Sightmark.
I'll have an opinion on it probably by the time this class is over with, okay? So far so good, but it's got to go through all 3 classes, and we're on day 1 of the 3rd class. So it's got 5 more days of abuse to take. I'm not going to hit it with a hammer or water bottle and all that other stuff because that's already been done. I did fill, because it projects from the rear onto the glass, and I did fill this rear part with water, not dirty water, but just water, and I looked through it, and I know the water was over the projector down there, and I could still see the sight plain. It was unobscured. So anyway, enough said on that. It'll be out there when I do my demo in a minute. I'll have this.
Contact front!
Contact front! Ceasefire! Covering!
Ready? Right about here.
Gun!
Front front! Reloading! I'm up!
All right, and they're moving.
Gun!
Go front!
Gun!
Go front! Reloading! I'm back up!
Sound off! Left side cleared!
Right side clear! 3 down!
I'm pretty pleased with this Sightmark. We've had it out here for the last couple of days, 4 or 5 days. A couple of us have been shooting it. Yesterday I used it pretty heavy. What I like about it is very big sight picture. Real quick acquisition for us. I was able to get up on target a lot quicker than some of the other sights I've been using. The extremely bright sight, the halo, it's extremely bright. I like that. And because we've had some cloudy days, we ran it at night, and we ran it really bright time, and no problems on using the sights. The buttons are really easy to get to. You can get to them at dark. Once you familiarize yourself with them really quickly, you're good to go. My only critique to it, and it's only a personal thing, not a bad thing about the actual Sightmark, is I'd like to be able to transition between just a single dot instead of a hollow. But other than that, this thing is pretty nice.
Okay, so after 8 days of testing, I have to say that the Sightmark Ultra Shot did everything that I could expect of it. We put it through the paces of a high-risk tactics course, a day of SWAT training, and then a 5-day SWAT course. It held up with no issues whatsoever, and it's still holding a good 0. With the already established reputation of this particular site, we didn't torture test it. I'll continue to work with over time, and should anything change, I'll definitely let you know. But for now, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. It's good to go in my opinion. So if you're on a budget and need a good sight for a duty rifle, take a look at the Sightmark Ultra Shot M-Spec.